Knight's laughing death, midnight to 0:30, he was gasping for air, his armor dented, his sword lying beside him. The year was 1356, and Sir Edward, a renowned medieval knight, had just fallen off his horse in a fit of uncontrollable laughter. His fellow knights were shocked, trying to comprehend what had just happened. One of them approached him, asking if he was all right, but Sir Edward just pointed to a parchment on the ground, still chuckling. And then, he took his last breath. What was written on that parchment that led to his hilarious yet untimely demise? 0:30 to 3 o'clock, have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions, like life is one big routine? You wake up, go to work, come back home, and repeat. You're not really living, you're just existing. You're like a medieval knight, stuck in a never-ending cycle of battles and tournaments, without any real sense of purpose. You're craving something more, something that will make you feel alive. But what is it? Is it a new job, a new relationship, or something else entirely? Pattern interrupt, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's the one thing I'm looking forward to this week? You see, Sir Edward's story teaches us that it's the little things in life that truly matter. The laughter, the camaraderie, the sense of belonging. But how do we get there? How do we break free from our monotonous routines and start living in the moment? That's what we're going to explore today. And trust me, it's going to be a wild ride. But before we dive in, let me ask you, are you ready to challenge your status quo and take a leap of faith? 3 to 6 o'clock, on that fateful day, Sir Edward had been participating in a tournament, competing against the best knights in the land. But during a break, he stumbled upon a group of jesters, who were performing a comedy routine. One of them told a joke that was so funny, so ridiculous, that Sir Edward just lost it. He laughed and laughed, tears streaming down his face. The joke was, why did the knight's horse go to the doctor? Because it had a little horse sense. It was silly, but it was also infectious. Sir Edward couldn't stop laughing, and that's when he fell off his horse. But what's interesting is that the joke wasn't just a joke, it was a commentary on the societal norms of the time. It was a way of poking fun at the idea that knights were invincible, that they were above humor. And Sir Edward, being the rebel that he was, loved it. He loved that it challenged his perspective, that it made him see the world in a different light. Pattern interrupt, can you think of a time when you laughed so hard, you cried? What was the joke or the situation that made you laugh like that? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Sir Edward's love for humor wasn't just a passing phase. It was a deeply ingrained part of his personality, something that he cultivated over the years. He believed that laughter was the best medicine, that it could heal even the deepest of wounds. And he was right. Laughter has been shown to reduce stress, to boost the immune system, and to increase feelings of happiness. But how can we incorporate more laughter into our lives? How can we make humor a priority, like Sir Edward did? That's what we're going to explore next. But before we do, let me ask you, are you curious to know what Sir Edward's secret to laughter was? 6 to 9 o'clock, here are the exact steps that Sir Edward took to cultivate a sense of humor and live in the moment. 1. Seek out humor. Sir Edward surrounded himself with people who made him laugh, like the jesters he met at the tournament. He believed that humor was contagious, that it could spread like wildfire. So, he made sure to spend time with people who shared his sense of humor. 2. Practice laughter. Sir Edward didn't just laugh when something was funny, he laughed for the sake of laughing. He believed that laughter was a muscle that needed to be exercised, that it needed to be practiced regularly. So, he made sure to laugh at least once a day, even if it was just for a few seconds. 3. Find the humor in adversity ****. Sir Edward didn't just laugh at jokes, he also laughed at the absurdity of life. He believed that even in the darkest of times, there was always something to be found that was humorous. So, he made sure to look for the silver lining, to find the humor in every situation. Pattern interrupt, can you think of a time when you laughed at something that was normally considered serious?